Yes, guys, you probably didn't hear from me, but the NBA is suspending the league. Sorry, the season. Um, which is very scary. Because this is the only reason, and games are getting postponed, canceled, and no fans will be allowed in NBA arenas for the rest of the season. So, I'm just trying to find games recently. So, recently, the Utah Jazz were in Toronto, and before that, they had a game
Coronavirus.
in Detroit. Yes. And a player on the Jazz, everybody probably knows him, all-star this season, Rudy Gobert, has confirmed to have tested positive for coronavirus, which is very scary. Yeah, NBA All-Star and two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, has tested positive for coronavirus. Probably one of the scariest things I've heard all day. Because, like, he was a great player, and because of that, I don't think the Jazz are going to play again because, their locker room has Gobert in it. But my question is, did he, go somewhere that had a person with coronavirus? So, I'm very scared for the NBA. I'm scared for a lot of people's safety. Right now, I don't believe it is in Canada officially. However, the thing is, as I said, the Jazz played the Raptors. Gobert was at that game. Come on, fuck you, Jordan. Can't follow through, man. But, Rudy Gobert was at that game. He sweat. He played in that game. And he now not have very good news. And I don't know if it's 100% Gobert, but a Jazz player is what it's saying because I don't think they want to be public. And in my head, I was thinking about this today at school. What happens if an NBA player contracts the disease? Will they have to cancel the whole season? Well, I guess I found out what happens because, yeah. This is very scary for a lot of NBA players, especially players who have played the Jazz in the past couple days. The Raptors literally played them like 2 days ago. But they're suspending the season. Yeah, that's kind of scary. I'm kind of nervous about that, but Ryan right now. Steph Curry? I don't know. I have to confirm that. But it sounds like he has it too, but I don't know. I don't think Steph Curry has it, but it is confirmed that Rudy Gobert, I believe. I believe it is Rudy Gobert. I'm not 100% sure. On the articles that I've read, it just referred to as a Jazz player, but from what I heard, everybody's saying it's Rudy Gobert. So that is a very stressful moment right now for the Jazz, especially for his family finding out that your kid has coronavirus. And also, the worst part is yeah, if Steph Curry has it, you have a Hall of Famer guaranteed, a player who is a unanimous MVP, one of the best point guards of all time, the best three-point shooter of all time. Change my mind, I dare you. And you have an all-star and the best defender for the past 2 years. Both of them have potential of coronavirus. I mean, one of them is confirmed, but one of them has the potential. And the other big thing, this is in no way, shape, or form related to basketball, however related to the current topic of coronavirus. Tom Hanks, an actor, I believe, what movies did Tom Hanks play in?
To do that,
What movies did Tom Hanks act in?
Here are some movies with Tom Hanks.
Holy shit, he's been in a lot. I believe it is Tom Hanks, though. I am searching it up on Twitter. No More Trial from Europe. But, hold on. So I did search up.
Tom Hanks has the coronavirus.
Yeah. So yeah, latest, if you go to latest, everybody's saying Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson are both in Australia. They had fevers and cold-like symptoms, and when they went to the doctor, they were tested right away. They have COVID-19. Where are our test kits? Yeah. Tom Hanks positive for the virus. I guess you just search something up. Well, I guess we can say bye-bye, Forrest. Yes, Forrest Gump now has the coronavirus. We are in a scary world. A lot of people are talking about schools potentially shutting down. Now, I mean, I wouldn't complain. I'm in high school right now, and I really don't want to go to school. I mean, you know, but they're talking about everything shutting down. Like, everything. Like, you know, everybody's gonna be in a quarantine soon. And it's because the reason why it's so big right now, I get it, it's a contagious flu. I don't think Rudy Gobert is gonna die from it. I don't think Tom Hanks is gonna die from it. You don't know. But it's like, realistically, the only reason why it's considered a pandemic is because a lot of the elderly people have received it, and a lot of people with compromised immune systems, so like really bad immune systems, issues with their immune system, have died from it. And because a lot of people who have been infected happen to have compromised immune systems, and that's the thing that nobody talks about, is that this is a global pandemic, but it's also a virus that literally has killed only people with compromised immune systems. Rather, it's because they're old and their immune system is slowly shutting down, or because they have things like cancer and like heart problems. Because of those issues, it has become a global pandemic, when realistically, you're gonna see Rudy Gobert. He will eventually lose the virus. You know, more people have died from the flu than the coronavirus. Now, I know it's been killing people quicker. I'm quite nervous about this, though, because I personally have a compromised immune system. I have a heart problem. Well, get fucking 3 darn. I am scared. I am going to start leaving my house with a mask on. I'm going to start refusing to go out in the open. Now, in my city, there's been 1 case of coronavirus. I'm scared, but I have heard that that person has been sent to quarantine. I believe they are now good. But I feel like right now it's going to be a global pandemic, like a lot of diseases, but when they find out how you can contract it and how it can be reversed, like if there's a way to save somebody from coronavirus, or not even just save them, like vaccinate them so then they can't get it, then we're going to be safe and it's not going to be considered a pandemic. Once they find a cure for it so nobody can get it, that's when it's going to be officially a, you know... Sorry, don't ban.
It was my bro.
It was my bro. Who did what? Your name? I don't care. Like, bro, I don't care. I probably make jokes about that. Also, in other news that is not related to coronavirus, but more related to a personal thing. This kid at my school has actually suffered a fatal asthma attack today and was given 24 hours left. He was put on severe life support today, and tomorrow they're unplugging him, so that's very sad for my friend.
I heard it was very SSD.
Wait, you heard what though? About the coronavirus? About the kid that's dying? Like, it's sad. Everything is sad right now. Oh, that's nice. Damn, bro.
Asthma attack.
Yeah. Where are you from, dude? 'Cause I
Very
think you
sad.
might.
Sad.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't anything related to Corona. It was a very sad moment. I definitely send prayers to this kid's family. Wait, are you one of my friends? Like what? Wait.
2020 was the worst year of my life already.
Yeah.
Kobe died, coronavirus, my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, wait, do you go to my school or something? Like, we're probably friends, honestly. I don't know who you are, but I think we're probably friends. The fuck is this guy doing with a dildo on a motorcycle? Yeah, that's my Instagram feed for you guys. I just see a random video of a dude with a dildo on a motorcycle. But if you know me, just tell me your name, because then I'll know who this is. But I'm assuming I know that you have a brother now. And if you somehow go to my school right now, then I want my closer friends, or just have me on Snapchat. Yeah. It is a very bad year for me. I mean, for me personally, it isn't that bad of a year. I've had some great moments, but it's been horrible. Like Kobe's death, you know, the beginning of the year, David Stern's death. I mean, yeah, at least we got to see a new decade, but he died on the first day of a new decade, which was a horrible way to start. Huh?
Right now.
Who are you? Because I'm gonna ban you. Like, you are very creepy.
Just kidding.
Genuinely, who is this? You know, like we had David Stern die. We had then, you know,
It is
Joe. Yeah, Joe Mama. Like,
Your
fuck
dad.
you. I don't care. I never asked if it was my dad, because my dad's name isn't fucking Joe. Because I know you're probably a student from Saunders. Or, wait, Dom. As in it's Dom? Why the fuck did you go to Dom? You know, probably one of the worst years of my life, you know? Or one of the worst starts to a year. I mean, you had David Stern pass.
David Stern died on the New Year's.
Yeah, so he died on the 1st of January. Which means that he died in 2020, which, I mean, good for him. He survived until a new decade, but sad for him. He died on the first day. I heard about that, and now I didn't really follow David Stern much. The only real things I knew about him was that he was a commissioner, retired in, I think, like 2014, drafting a future player who is probably not in the league. And that he was a great man. He was a nice man. He commissioned the league. Now, I mean, the main things I know about him are like his scandals that people are saying like more or less specifically the New York Knicks 1985 draft, when it's reported that he had the frozen envelope for to get Patrick Ewing, which is sadly one of the biggest conspiracies that was never debunked. Like, that's the one thing I would always want to know. If I could sit down with David Stern for 2 minutes, I would ask him, was the frozen envelope conspiracy an actual thing? Or were you just like, did you just happen to pick the envelope that was folded because it looked good? Because he either didn't know or was frozen and he knew. Like, there could have been anything besides freezing that could have helped him, but did he know that he was grabbing the Knicks? Did he know that he was grabbing the Knicks thing, or did he not know and was it just pure chance? Like, that's the thing. Nobody knows that. If anybody could talk to him, he would know. But then, again, Kobe Bryant, there was never anything confirmed, or there was never anything that he took to the grave with him that was more of a public thing. There was no major current conspiracies that were never debunked by him, or at least from what I know. Like, there was that one about the sexual assault or whatever, or like harassment. I don't know which one it was, but there was that one. But that was, I'm pretty sure, debunked / confirmed. I don't know which one it was. There was a lot of things, but there was no major conspiracies about Kobe that nobody knows, or that at least one person in the world does not know. And then, of course, we have this kid who, in my city, just died of a fatal asthma attack. And the worst part is, I have asthma. And hearing this scares me. Now, for me, I have a different type of asthma from this guy. Again, love goes out to his family. And all of his friends, He was a nice kid. Sometimes I've seen him the odd time, once or twice, but I heard from another friend, like, that he's, like, suffering really bad. 6966. I hear that he's just, like, in severe issues, and I feel bad for him. Like, all love to his family. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, it really sucks that he had to go out from an asthma attack. It's Rudy Gobert running out of a conference room that's like, NBA suspended because Rudy Gobert tests positive for corona. Like, this is probably one of the worst years, though. Beginning of the year, within, like, it started in December, corona. So, beginning of January, we have David Stern's passing. Kobe dies. Well, in order, it's more of David Stern's passing. Coronavirus breaks out
What do they mean by NBA suspends season?
I'm pretty sure they either mean they are full on no more games, but I'm pretty sure what they mean more specifically is that they aren't going to be allowing any more fans. Like, every single game, the most that'll happen, the most people that'll be in there is a TV crew and some cameras. I don't think there's going to be any more games played with any form of fans, because they don't want to risk a fan having coronavirus. So I think that's what they mean by suspended. If not, then it might be like a shortened season, which I honestly feel bad for any teams that were gunning for playoffs. Get fucking dunked on.
Wow. I thought it was 1-0-0, no more games.
I think it might be. I don't know. I can check right now on the app. Corona's taking over the world. Meanwhile, in Tom's world, hold on. I'm gonna check, because realistically on the NBA app you can just check the games. But oh god damn it, the Pelicans were supposed to be playing right now, but it just got postponed last minute. But I think if it's not everything canceled, then it's just gonna be a couple of, canceled games. Oh, that's official, finally. Fuck. I was waiting for the Warriors to be out of playoff contention. But right now, as it stands, it's kind of like, I think it's gonna be no more games. Like, I mean, if it was just no more fans at games and just TV crews, it makes sense. But since, now there's a player testing positive for it, they might just have a shortened lockout season. Like, usually lockout seasons you'd expect hearing, oh, huge strike down in the front office. They aren't, allowing players to play. But no, now you just hear an NBA player who was an all-star, coronavirus, no more games. I really hope that they just do every single game gets televised, because usually they'll have, like, the earlier games won't be televised, but the later games will. But God, I hope that they are nice to us and just make it that they're going to be keeping players under, like, strict rules. But I feel bad, like, in order of things that have happened to start off the year. I mean, the NBA seemed fine. So David Stern dies, NBA is in uproar and definitely deep sadness after that. We get fucking 360. Then we have coronavirus outbreak, and it's just.
I never knew Willie Cauley-Stein was awesome.
Yeah, I never knew that either. I think he was traded at the trade deadline. But you have that, and then you have, coronavirus starts outbreaking. It's not really it's more of a epidemic, which, if you guys don't know, epidemic is more of a virus or flu that's in one area of the world or two areas, like, that isn't going to be common internationally. But an epidemic is more of, like, it's in a few places around the world, not too many. It's in, it's just kind of breaking out in certain countries. So it's uncommon, but it's getting international attention. Then you have Kobe Bryant dying. Very sad. I got a pair of Kobe's for my birthday, so I'm quite a bit happy when I had that happen. But then you have, starting February now, we're coming up to February. Not much, just a lot of coronavirus updates. They're strictening a lot of countries. Cruise ships are getting canceled, and a lot of people who go on cruise ships are just getting immediately quarantined. In Canada, they're getting sent to a training center where cadets go over the summer. So, yeah, I mean, for cadet-related news, it's like everybody in cadets, like, a lot of restrictions are happening in my cadets. But then, then you have, just in the past day, just today alone, you have, for my cadets, a lot of stuff is being canceled. But you have, it's officially a global pandemic, which, again, so epidemic is just something that's kind of around the, certain countries, not very big. It was like in China and a couple of cases here and there. But then it's classified as a pandemic. So now it's like, that pretty much means that now it's becoming an international threat everywhere. And, a lot more people are being quarantined. And they announced, like, if anybody at your school has it, your school is shutting down until further notice, until that student has been relieved. And then I find out that a kid at my school is sadly dying of an asthma attack. Which, I mean, a lot of people might be like, how do you die from an asthma attack? If you have big enough asthma and you have a fatal attack, you can die. And this is sad. Since he was close with one of my better friends, Mason, I feel for him. But I heard from somebody, my cadets, who's also good friends with him, that this guy is brain dead right now, and the doctors told him and his family that he got 24 hours left to live. Oh, an Ultra Moments pack. But he's getting, oh, I got a New Year draw pack. 24 hours left, and pretty much, once that 24 hours is done, they're cutting off power in his, or they're cutting off his life support. He's currently under strict life support, and once that 24 hours hits zero, they are just gonna, put him out of his severe brain dead misery right now. And I feel bad for him. Definitely sent my condolences to his friends, to his family, to his parents. Like, especially like all my friends that I know are really close with him. Like, it's sad to see somebody die. It's sad to know, and this is like a serious this is a serious topic. It is very sad. Personally, I tear up from whenever I hear somebody died. Now, the thing is, I went to school with this kid. I didn't know him much, but my friends, some of my closest friends were really close with this kid. And knowing that, next time I see my buddy Mason, I'm gonna give him a hug. Like, I'm gonna tell him, I'm sorry. He was really close, but it's just sad to hear somebody die. And especially since it's at my school, we're probably going to have an announcement, and hopefully, I don't think they're going to do an assembly or anything, but I think they're definitely going to do an announcement where they at least bring it up, and maybe a moment of silence, but just to honor this kid, because it's sad. Like, a fatal asthma attack killed someone. And that's the thing with asthma. Like, for some asthma, like the asthma that I have, there's a couple different types. It's like physically induced, which means that pretty much I've gotten fat. Like, I've been eating unhealthy, and I haven't been doing much physical exercise, to the point where now whenever I run too much, it's like I can't, do much. Like, I can't really, or I have very low stamina before I have asthma kick in. But like other types are where it's just like at random times where you get too excited or too sad, or a certain way of feeling, or even just randomly you have an asthma attack, and you can either have an asthma attack that isn't that fatal and just like hurts you. It's like you just take your inhaler and you're good. But some people every year have fatal asthma attacks. Oh my god, that was nasty. Where they can die from it. And this kid is one of the unlucky people who's heard the words like, I'm sorry, you have 24 hours left to live. Like, those are probably some of the worst words for parents to hear about their like 15, 16-year-old son. Like, a lot of parents' favorite things to hear are congrats, your kid is like going to college, your kid's getting straight A's. But the worst things to hear about a 15 to 16-year-old like grade 11 kid is, sorry, your son only has 24 hours left to live. Like, imagine how the parents felt. They have 24 hours to, hug him, kiss him, say I love you, and pretty much what they did was they're making a GoFundMe, and they have a GoFundMe, and with the money that GoFundMe is raising, they're gonna put it towards buying this kid tons of flowers, you know, supporting him and his family, and best of all, like helping pay for a funeral for him because, of course, his family's gonna want to have a funeral. I mean, the thing that relates is my brother's best friend when he was in grade 8 died of cancer, and like my brother to this day still remembers that friend because he spent like almost half his life. He spent a long time really close to this friend, and you know, his friend just didn't get to see high school. His friend died in grade 8 when my brother heard about it, and you know, he was like, no, it didn't happen, and then when he heard it happen, my brother just couldn't stop crying. My brother and him were best friends. They were close. It's like he has to remember now that his best friend, like, you know, it's sad. Hey, I'm just talking about like sad things, like how 2020 is fucked up right now. Like, my brother used to think about his friend dying every day. Oh my god, Michael Jordan, you're just popping off the steals. But you know, like, that was just the beginning of the day, you know? But to finish off the day, we find out Rudy Gobert, an NBA All-Star, and a great player, has the coronavirus, and the NBA season is shortened and suspended. Like, also, the Pelicans game and Kings game had just started seconds after they had announced it, so it couldn't get there before they were all ready to start, before the game went live, and they had to cancel the game during the game. I'm kind of pissed, but imagine how the fans felt. Like, you know, fans had driven
2020 has been bad.
It's yeah, like, you know, in 35 or so minutes, that would have been a great dunk had it gone in. It's like Rudy Gobert gets the virus, and then all the Kings and Pelicans fans at the game were like, oh, I'm so hyped to see this, and then, no, somebody just goes in the middle. Yeah, sorry, the NBA just announced that this game is being postponed due to it. As you have your ticket, then you can keep it and we will give you a full refund. I am sorry for the inconvenience. Imagine how many cups were on the floor after that. Like, imagine how a lot of these fans felt. They just were sitting at the game ready to, you know, watch Zion Williamson play, and just, sorry, we have a coronavirus outbreak in the NBA. You need to get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, especially the people with weak immune systems at those games.
I bought tickets to a game and didn't get my money back.
They'll probably give you your money back sooner or later. Like, what game was it? Mavericks game? Because you're gonna get your money back, but it might not be right now. Thanks for the subscription, by the way, dude. Just popped up on my phone. Right now. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban says we'll put together a program for them all. But it's like, but like, and then we found that Tom Hanks. Huh? Oh, you got tickets to the game tonight. Coronavirus becoming so. Hold on. This is a summary of the year, or of at least like a little bit of it. So, coronavirus becoming global pandemic, Tokyo Olympics possibly canned, Kobe and his daughter die, World War III for virus, E3 2020 canceled, Australia fired, and NBA cancel season. This other guy says, World War III rumors, coronavirus, Kobe's death, asteroid discovered heading towards Earth, Tom Hanks, and then, you know, the NBA season is canceled. Like, another one, like, March Madness won't have fans. Like, bruh. Oh, man. This really sucks though. Like, Trump suspended travel to the U.S.
The
from
thing
Europe.
heading towards Earth was fake, I think.
I think it was. Or no, it wasn't fake. It was I did a long flyby. It did a flyby that, like, you know. Oh, that's sick. Pepsi just bought Rockstar. But, you know, yeah, that asteroid, I don't think it was, I think it was a real thing. It was heading near Earth, but it went, like, as a long flyby. You could see it at certain time of the day. If you were watching, you could see it, but, you know, it wasn't any danger to us. But, you know, this year has been screwed up. You know, like, I mean, you know, and the worst part is, for me personally, I was like, you know, I was enjoying my year.
Sorry,
Like,
but I gotta head out.
alright, see you later, bro. Thanks for the sub, though. But, like, this is 2020 for me, alright? For me personally, I hear David Stern dies, I'm like, that's sad. I continue on with my life. I hear about coronavirus, I don't worry about it. I put it in my back pocket, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not very big right now. It's gonna, like, you know, there's a couple cases, maybe 1 or 2 in Canada, nothing too major. You know, put it behind me, you know, don't care. You know, wait about 2 weeks, Kobe dies. I care. I'm still in awe. I'm very sad. It's still hard to even believe. Like, it's hard to believe that happened. I mean, that's just sad. I put it behind me though, and I'm like, enjoy my life. You know, more coronavirus things, it's spreading. I'm like, it doesn't really matter. And then it's like, you know, then in February there isn't much. There's like a kid dies from my school. That's sad. Like, or sorry, there hasn't been too much in February. It's just like coronavirus grows, put it behind me. I don't care. Like, you know, continue on life. And then, just today alone, a child from my school is confirmed to have less than 24 hours left to live. Or, sorry, they're keeping him on life support, and they can keep him on there for as long as they want. They can, but he's brain dead. So it's like, the thing is that once you're brain dead, there's no way of recovering that. So if you really want to keep this kid alive, you're gonna just be having nothing great, and it might take him up to 15 years to gain all of his current knowledge even close to back. So, you know, he's just, you know, his parents were set, like, the doctor said, I'm sorry, but, you know, we're gonna keep your kid on life support for 20 days, or for 24 hours, you know. So all his friends were told he got to see all of his friends one last time, and then what they're doing is they're actually donating. So he's putting all of his organs towards a good cause. He's donating all of his organs to people who need it, and people who have weaker immune systems to get stronger, like, bodies. So they're donating the organs, which is a very nice thing for his family to do. And, you know, then they're killing him tomorrow, unfortunately. I don't think I'd say killing him. They're taking him off life support, which will kill him tomorrow. So he won't be murdered. He's gonna be, you know, sent, I guess you could say he's gonna be killed, but not murdered. He's gonna be killed by them pulling the plug, which, I mean, you know, it happens. People have to die. It's sad. It's sad to see. I started choking up. But I mean, the worst part is this kid goes to my school, so they're starting a GoFundMe, which is good. Like they're doing kind of things that I don't think his family is like rich or anything. I don't think a lot of families, when their kid is 15, really planned the expenses on the side to plan a funeral. So, sorry. They have a funeral that they are going to spend the money that they earn from this GoFundMe page to do. And once that funeral happens, that happens. But then you find out, like, I didn't really care. Like, the pandemic, I didn't really care. I kind of put it behind me. Still, it's still kind of behind me. It's like, nothing can really bring me down at that point. Like, this kid's death was sad and all, but it's like, it won't bring me down too much. It'll bring me down for a bit. I'll feel bad for my friends. I'll be hugging them, saying, hey man, support. Like, I'm going to be giving my friends very intimate, or not intimate, but like really close support, because I'm a really good friend that's trying to like help a friend out when they're really sad because a good friend of theirs died. I kind of had that feeling. My brother's friend died, and then it's like, but I'm like, you know what, it's sad, but it's not gonna bring me down too much. I'm not too, like, I'm by no means happy, but I'm not angry. But then I find out the NBA is canceling most of their games and has been suspended. Now, I mean, I won't really care. I'll still be putting everything behind me unless, multiple cases of corona come up in my city, which Canada has been more smart. I think that Canada, when this thing stops becoming a global pandemic, I think that Canada is going to be one of the more safe countries. Because first of all, the government announced that they're putting $1 billion into what's it called? Like, into help and like research and stuff. But at the same time, there is still cases popping up everywhere, and it's not even confirmed how it goes through and transfers, so it's like, you still don't know. So you won't know until it's confirmed. Like, scientists are working on this day in, day out, and trying to find out a cure, trying to find out everything. So, trying to pass it to be honest, they're the same outcome. But they're working day in, day out. They're working overtime to try and find out what is causing this and try and find out a cure for it ASAP, so nobody else has to worry about death. Especially like young kids and elderly people. Like, crispy cold cuts. I'm just talking about coronavirus and stuff and how it's fucking horrible. Like, if the NBA just decides that they're just going to televise all their games, if they say no television, like no games at all, we aren't going to televise our games, like, if they say we're not going to televise our games, I'm going to be like, the fuck? If they say we aren't, like, if they say that we're not going to play games, I'm going to be pissed. If they say we're...
I am old as fruit.
Me too, bro. But if they, like, say, yo, we're gonna, play the games, but we're not gonna bring in anybody besides the players, no cameras or anything, I'm gonna be, like, pissed, but I won't be as pissed. I mean, I'll be happy because we'll still get to hear the scores, we'll still get to hear who's, leading the league, but we won't get to hear the one thing that I've really wanted to hear, or see, highlights. Like, who has proof these games? Yes, they have witnesses and the coach and stuff, but they better bring in cameras. Now, if they say, we'll be bringing in cameras, I'll be like, it doesn't faze me. I don't spend money on NBA games. I don't go to games because I'm younger and I can't afford tickets. And I can't get transport tickets. And, the only games I'd go to are Pistons versus Raptors. Oh, another All-Star Moments. Can you get something good, please? I guess that answers that question. I'm gonna end the stream soon. Got 3 shoes from that. Holy crap, how many playbooks are there? Like, alright, time to do this. I'm gonna, of course, record it. Alright, we have enough for 1 pack. Let's just hope that I can get something good from it. Wish me luck. Well, you'll know how the pack goes if you just watch till the end. Fuck this. Bruh, an ornament ball, and I already had it. I just hate how you only get 1 single coin for quick selling an ornament ball. Like, can you not, like, just get the ornament ball? I mean, at least you got the Raptors one. How much is the Pacers one going for on the auction house? Alright, it's up like, 600 maybe. I mean, I sold a classics. No, I sold a statement one for like 1,000. I sold this one. But it's like 2020 is sucking. It better not suck much more. Actually, scratch that. Almost definitely will. Like, it almost definitely will suck a lot more in the near future. When are they gonna add more packs? Like, you got George Mikan, you have Bill Wallen, you have, Earl Monroe, you have Sidney Moncrief, you have Bernard King, you have Mark Price, you have all these players. But, like, a Spotlight series, just release, like, the Jeremy Lin ones. How much? Wait, what does the Legacy ones give you? That gives you, like, nothing, really. 34K, not that much. Oh my god, the bid is only at 5.9K. Like, 38K, not much. Again, 25K, not much. So if you get like 150K, you can just like buy this whole set. The Prime series though, like, let's just say almost 200K, so like 150K still. 250K, and that's the current bid. So there's so 110,000. What's this maximum bid? So let's just say 250 still. About 100K, so 350, 450. $472-ish. We're just gonna say 470. So if you can get like just over 520K, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's an easy set to call. I mean, I guess I'm gonna see you later.